Bye! Hi. Hello everybody, it is I, your lovely neighborhood radio Kendra Leon. How art thou on this line? A fine, lovely, fine colored day. How is everybody doing? Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. So stupid and awkward. Hello everybody, it is I, your lovely neighborhood radio Kendra, and if you were not here yesterday, today we have 3D Model from now on. And don't worry, the live 2D one will be here every once in a while. Nah, it'll be here. It'll interchange and stuff, you know. I want to say hi to everybody. You see that, guys? Hi. Stream is over. That's it. Give me money. I'm kidding. I have made me pay for me for my cameo. But hello Hiro, hello Nick Gamer, hello Music Boy, hello X, hello Soul Dippers, hello Soul Slayer, hello Bot Tricks and Restream. We got hit with the bot earlier that tried to be like, hey, you're good. You could use more followers though. Don't worry. Can I be real with you? I hope they make a Commander Root version for like I hope they make a Commander Root version for Kick. That's the one thing I will say. I haven't been getting spammed yet, but if it comes to that, I will do it. Also, hello Derek the Fox Fit. Today we will be playing a fan game. I see the bot. Yeah, it showed up a little bit in chat. Today we will be playing a game, but not your ordinary game. Not the ordinary game the ordinary people play. As stated yesterday, one of my favorite manga of all time is Hoseki no Kuni, or Land of the Lustrous. It is one of my favorite manga. I have not seen the anime, but there was a fan project that finally concluded recently that was able to basically recreate the game to the best of their ability, the world of Hoseki no Kuni to the best of their abilities. It's not going to be like a super crazy game or anything. Man, if you know what happens in a series, we're not up to that level yet. But pray, because they said that if the anime gets a season 2, they might do more. So pray for that. And basically we're just gonna go around and just do the world. It's not gonna be a crazy game, not really action. You're just here for the vibes, here for the atmosphere of Land of the Lustrous. And if you like the vibes of Land of the Lustrous, go read the manga or watch the anime. Salutations everyone. Hello Kuma Kuma the bear. Yeah, that's pretty much just about it. It's not gonna be a super crazy day. We gonna chat and we're gonna we're gonna chat and we're gonna play, and that's pretty much just how we do. So let us get started for the day. That's what I forgot to that part, because I meant to actually transition that and I forgot. Where are you, 3D me? Where are you? Here we go. Bum ba bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Here we go. There we go. All right. So there we go. Kendra, you're a precious angel. You see that right there? You see what I gotta deal with, everybody? Cringe. Alright. So, we got high graphics. We got good. We got credits. We good. Like I said, peaceful game. We be peacing. It's gonna start, right? Yes! Alright, last time. Oh yeah, that's right. I tested around a bit just to make sure. Yes, there we go. So basically, it's just we're gonna explore the world. I know we have objectives in the game, but I didn't do a lot of them yet. What? Oh yeah, that's right. There's scenes from the anime. I forgot. You guys might want to hear the audio. Crap. You guys might want to hear the audio because the music's pretty good. Okay. So pretty much our objective is to go around and find gemstones and just do stuff that was in the anime. There wasn't really a lot. Like I said, it ain't a lot. There ain't a lot in the anime. Oh! We got some lapis lazuli. Well, that was fast. Carve -1 lapis lazuli. Hardness 5.0. Time to grow 576 days. A speckled mineral with a brilliant blue that could pierce the ocean. Discovered on day 3575. You have 1. All right. Gate is getting a new anime, so anything is possible. Listen, the Studio Orange literally said we will make an anime for season 2, but Kodansha is just refusing. What is it? Heliodor. Hardness 7.5. Time to grow 288 days. A gorgeous, brilliant yellow mineral. It reminds me of the warm sunlight, almost like a gift from the sun. Discovered on day 3575. You have 1. So also, it was a sincerely cringe joke. Remember, a random Steven Universe fan then it goes neurons activated seeing this. Bro, do I even have? Oh, you. Ugh. Okay, so for those that don't know, if you're a Land of the Lustrous fan, you know good and well that's a joke that everybody knows about. Guess who's here? Hello, Mirai! So when Land of the Lustrous first released, I'm not kidding you, it first released in the West, the comparisons to Steven Universe were immediate. Not because of the fandom, but because they advertised it on the back of the book for, I think it was volume 2? I think it was volume 2. Alright. Whee! Yes! Okay, yes, she goes really fast in this. Ah! I forgot. Huh? There you go. Wait. So that's a meme in the community because everybody's like, what the heck? Oh, I broke something? Oh, crap. She's gonna kill me. So, our objective is just go around the series. You're welcome for the cringe memories. The funny thing is that I always knew of Land of the Lustrous ever since it first came out. And I always kept my eye on it, but I didn't read it until closer to when the manga was gonna finish. And the thing was, though, is I always kept up with it on the side. Come on, let's see how far we can take this, baby. And I missed. But, that was a thing that did happen back in the day. Man, I think it's like been over 10 years. Is the game based on Hoseki no Kuni? Yes. It's not just based, it is. It's a fan game basically on the world. So for those that don't know, to describe the world of Land of the Lustrous or Hoseki no Kuni, basically, in the world of Land of the Lustrous, there's only one piece of land across the entirety of Earth. The thing is the fact that there was a guy, his name is Sensei. Sensei would then go on to find these gem children and carve them, and they would live here on this piece of land, day in, day out, with no care in the world. They do not know any food, they don't need any water, they just need sunlight, and they just carry on their day-to-day lives. Because at the end of the day, because they are gems and they are not people, they are immortal. Now, where are the people of this world? We have no idea. So far, Sensei is the only one who at least is human, from what we can tell. and the only one to know really what's going on. Every day in the world of Hoseki no Kuni, when the gems are not being carefree, they are attacked by these mysterious people of the sky, known as the Lunarians, that come down from the moon, and they want to destroy the gems and fight them for a reason they don't know why, so that they can collect their body parts and scatter them and turn them into jewelry. Scatter them into jewelry and like wear them and stuff. So every day, whoever is at least on patrol, the gems go out and they end up fighting them and kind of poofing them a little bit. Huh? I thought I found something? Maybe I didn't. And our main character, you know, obviously with everybody being a gemstone, our main character obviously is a gem. Now who is our gemstone main character? Well, remember, all the gems have to fight in some way. So obviously you would send out either the strongest gems or the swiftest gems or really any of them. Our main character is known as Phosphophilite. Phos is none of those things. She's really clumsy, she's really slow, and to top it all off, every gem, even though they're all carefree and immortal, because they are based on gemstones, they are also based on their hardness. Phos is the weakest at a 3, if I remember correctly. And because of her hardness being at a 3, she cannot fight without breaking, even for a second. And so pretty much the journey of Hoseki no Kuni is watching Phos grow as an individual. And just seeing what she can do to help those around her. It's a very interesting series. You think you know what's gonna happen? No, you don't. Who would have thought Lunarians come from the moon? I thought that pretty much gave it away. She's a 3.5. Yes! I was like, is it 3 or 3.5? And so pretty much the series is basically exploring the world of Hoseki no Kuni. And learning what happened. From what we know, why is Sensei the only human in the land? And how does he know so much about, like, how to take care of the gems? Who are the Lunarians? All that type of stuff. Really good manga. I say the first couple of chapters are really hard to sit through. They're kind of boring and not gripping. It's everything after those first couple of chapters that are really good. However, the anime blew it out of the water and pretty much captured everything perfectly. The only thing I will say that I don't like about the first episode of the anime is that in the first chapter, Sensei was the one to tell Phos recite the history of the world because of the stuff that Phos must do later so that she shows her knowledge. However, the anime decides not to... Listen. Don't add a Lunarian update. OP goes hard. Yes. What is it? So basically what ends up happening... What was I saying? What's this? I forgot what I was saying. This. What is this? Yes! That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. In the anime, instead of Phos reciting the history of Land of the Lustrous to show her knowledge, they have Sensei do it instead. Wait, the memory's gone? Dang it. And it's not really a big deal, but it, like, I guess kind of shows... It's kind of like taking away just a little bit. It allows... There's, like, really beautiful shots in the series. That's why, because one of the shots in the series has Phos standing behind everyone else as they go out to battle. And it's a really good shot in the manga. Like, you can't say that the art is bad. It's just that, like, so, you know, obviously creative liberties, some anime, you know, anime's gotta take creative liberties and stuff like that, you know? Ooh! Is that the amethyst? Ooh. Wow! Why am I forgetting her name? Rutile, that's what it is, Rutile. I was saying earlier, I was talking when I heard something glass-like shatter, or one of the gems, or I guess myself shattering. I thought I dropped something. I was gonna be like, crap, Rutile's gonna come after me. Anybody who knows why? It's a really good series. I highly recommend it. I would say it kind of has time for me to go. All right, have fun, Mirai. Listen. Stay good, stay clever, and go listen to the Land of the Lustrous. Crap. Go watch Land of the Lustrous. It is good manga material. If I remember correctly, this is where Antarcticite lives. For those that don't know, when I say there are gems in the series, there are gems in the series. If I had to say, out of all, don't get traumatized. Well, it is Land of the Lustrous. If you know, you know. I think out of all my favorite characters in the series, obviously you got main character bias. We love the development of Foss here, obviously. What is it? I know one of my memes on my channel is literally me just the Land of the Lustrous in a nutshell. So I highly recommend checking that out if you know how much I love the series. Land of the Lustrous and Katamari. Huh? Oh. Red Barrel. Hardness 7.5, time to grow 92 days. One of the two crystals that have beryl in their title. It has a deep red hue with a hint of purple. Discovered on day 3575. You have one. Red Barrel is the one that makes the outfits. That's what I remember. I remember that. Goshenite. Hardness 7.5, time to grow 192 days. A smoky light gray crystal. It reflects all types of colors when you turn it around in your hands. Discovered on day 3575. So the thing also with Land of the Lustrous that I think is really good is that it doesn't take the immortality of the characters for granted. You feel the time span. Well, you felt the time span when the manga was ongoing, but you feel the time span of just the series in general. It's not a week passed or a month passed or a blah blah. It's like an like 2,000 years passed. Oh, a Shiro? Is that Shiro? Yo. Aww, a memory of Cinnabar. I will still never understand people that ship Cinnabar and Foss. I'm sorry. Let's see. If that's the case, then we gotta find Cinnabar's cave. Is that some cotton candy puppy or something? In the show, I will actually spoil some things in the show a little bit. That was Shiro, a Lunarian dog. What are Lunarians? You gotta go read the manga. Because the anime's actually not gonna tell you. Because it didn't make it that far. Please, Kodansha, let there be a season 2. I love how they base the running on I never know what to call her. Like, everyone kind of, like, when it comes to Foss, it's either Foss or Foss. But when it comes to Dia, it's either Dia, Dia. It's one of those two. It's one of those. I'm just like, what? It's like, it's Dia. It makes sense that it would be Dia. But Dia. Dia, my dudes. Lunarians are the black... Huh? Memory time! What? Oh, there she is. That's Dia. Oh, that time Foss and Bort, bleh. That time Foss and Bort teamed up. That was the worst mistake of their life. There should be... I hear shimmering. Hi, Kendra. Hello, Dennis. But what is it? But, yeah, no. Shiro is a Lunarian dog. Like I said, the world of Land of the Lustrous is really interesting. Really atmospheric. I think it's just it's an interesting thing. It's interesting. It's not like... How should I put this? Actually, Lunarians in One Piece are cool. It's like... To describe Land of the Lustrous is like... You gotta read it to really understand. And one of these days, we're gonna do a watch-along. Memory! Red Barrel! Oh, when she got her legs! So that happened. What was that scene? Why were her legs that color? Go watch the anime and find out. Oh, man. It's like... How do I even... It's like... I don't even know how to describe the world of Land of the Lustrous without getting into spoilers. Because it's definitely an interesting ride. It's like... It's an experience. Kind of like Oyasumi Pun Pun. Where you gotta like read it to understand what you're getting into. But the thing is the fact that if it's not your cup of tea, then dang. I think that is the cliff. Where is the rock? For a split second, I thought this was Koikatsu. I think it's on the... Yeah, there it is, on the other side. We're gonna have to traverse this a little bit. There we go. We're gonna be traversing water. But basically, it's definitely like... You would have to like... Now we go swimming in the walking sand. Does no client list make the draw material list? What's client list? What is it? Or running in this case. Listen. Running in this world is amazing. Well, technically it makes sense why. It makes sense why. Oh yeah, that stuff with the Epstein stuff. I mean, are you shocked by it? That's just, there's really nothing to be shocked about by that. Epstein. Here we go. It took us a little bit because we're heading to the wall. What is the wall? I call it the wall, but basically this is where the gems are born. They kind of just fall out. They just kind of fall out the wall. Alright, we gotta take the long way around. They fall out the wall. And this is how they're born. Wait a minute. Please tell me. If that memory is over here, that'd be so stupid and funny. And I fell off. Dang it. Wall Maria. Sorry, wrong series, wrong seinen, bro. Oh my gosh. What's this? Kendra fell off. Pack it up, chat. I'm gonna abstain from... You know, some people, bro. Some people. You see, they make memes. And then those memes are trash. Huh? Memory? Memory! Oh, it's Morganite. I ain't saying anything. Let's see. Whee! Wait, it's an anime game? So basically, a couple of fans of Hoseki no Kuni or Land of the Lustrous got together and they modeled the entirety. Oh, you think... I forgot you guys now have access to the Quabits. So, for those that were not here yesterday, you guys are now known as the Quabits. Not only are you known as the Quabits, I'm shouting. Not only are you known as the Quabits, you are also, you also can obtain more Quabits, the item. Whatever that item may be, let it be your imagination. You can now obtain Quabits via gambling on if you're on Twitch. Huh? Ooh, amethyst. And if you can get a normal Quabit, but if you keep clicking, sooner or later you will encounter a golden Quabit. Huh? Memory? Oh, what? Emerald, hardness 7.5. Time to grow 240 days. A really pretty looking deep green mineral. What? Gotta be careful when carrying it. It could get lost easily if I were to drop it in grass. Discovered on day 3,576. What? You have one. Emerald. I'll give you a block of dirt. Running sim. Listen. I'm just saying it ain't inaccurate from Land of the... Oh, it's you. Ecules. Hardness 7.5. Time to grow 384 days. Ecules is a silky mineral that uniquely shifts colors, transitioning from blue to gray. Discovered on day 3,576. I ain't saying anything. What? So I guess, okay, so it, oh, okay, that makes sense, because Unity, I think Unity does have a day-night cycle. It's counting in real time whenever I log into the game. thing over here. What? Hmm. What's this? Memory? Ah. It's rutile. What? Dia. Yellow diamond and jade. Let's see. Ooh. What? Let her enjoy her wee running sim. You're right. You're right. You don't understand, guys. You don't understand. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta get used to. I gotta get used to turning on the I gotta get used to the turning on Twitch throwing. I turned on everything else, and I even was like, "Yep, I'm ready. I'm prepared." I'm so stupid with it. I'm so sorry. Let's do this. Let's do this on screen. An embarrassingly slow time. Dang. I understand. A streamer prepared. Nice joke. Wait, crap. I somehow stumbled into the water. What? Oops. Crap, I forgot. I forgot to change the hotkey. So basically now anytime I press the W key, I'm going to, unless, yep. Anytime I hit the W key, I'm gonna get bonked. Yay, free box! Listen. I don't know why I'm yawning. Listen. All I'm saying is the fact that it won't last forever. I will be changing this hotkey after stream. Oops, looks like someone failed. Her area should still be over here. Or is it over there? I'm trying to find Rutile's usual work area, because when you find Rutile's area, you find Podparacha's area. Podparacha, that is my favorite gem in the entire series. Can I be real with you? The one gem I did not think I would like in this series that is my absolute favorite, Podparacha. I thought Podparacha was like Yuri bait. I didn't like Podpa because I thought she was just Yuri bait. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. In Land of the Lustrous, all the gems are genderless because they're gemstones, and they usually refer to them as he or brother because that's what Congo does. What Congo does. Sensei Congo, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Thing is, though, is that pretty much a consensus in the fandom is you can still call them she or he or whatever because some of them are mask and some of them are femme type, like coded and all that type of stuff. But for the most part, it like doesn't matter. Like no one's gonna argue or fight with you about it because that's stupid. Yo! More gems! Amethyst, hardness 7.0, time to grow 288 days. This common purple crystal often forms a lovely twinned heart shape. The glassy luster of quartz is reminiscent of calm waters. Discovered on day 3576. What? And this is Jade. Hardness 7.0. Time to grow 480 days. A bold green mineral that's easy to sculpt. Records say that it comes in many different colors, but I only found it in green. Discovered on day 3576.
What?
Y'all are so serious. Never say never, Kendra. I'm guessing some of these gems are still growing, which is why I'm finding 3 a piece, but not being able to collect the last ones. Let's see. Day 300.
What?
How do I find out the gems that I have? If Kendra was a Lego minifigure, that would be cringe.
What?
I haven't touched Lego in years. I'm gonna keep going until I win the gacha. But didn't you win? Wait, no, that was Mirai who won the gacha yesterday. What is it? Can I talk about something? I want to talk about this. It's not Land of the Lustrous related. So, a couple of days ago, I want to say yesterday or the day before yesterday, there was a discussion going on in the Dragon Ball community. Now, for those that don't know, I love Dragon Ball. I grew up with it. I just really love Dragon Ball, like, a lot. And so, one of the things this guy asked, because obviously there's things that go around in the community every once in a while. Hold up. Oh, this is where the intro of the anime.
What?
What is it? I won too. Oh yeah, you did. What is it? The thing is the fact that the question the guy asked in the community at the time was, hey, Goten is like in the story now as like an older teen. What do you want to see with Goten? So for those that don't know, in Dragon Ball, there's a character by the name of Goten. And the thing with Goten is the fact that he's Goku's second son. Now, the thing is, if you're familiar with Dragon Ball, Goten isn't really that much of an explored character. Because Goten's only defining feature after he was introduced is that he looks like Goku. And then, of course, as he grows up into more of an adult and teenager, he ends up losing those features and he ends up growing his own style and pretty much just becomes his own person. But by the time we want to see more of that person, he's already, the manga's over. But now with the introduction of Super and the fact that Toyotaro's taking over, people are kind of wondering, what do we want to see of Goten? I'd like to see something. Yeah. I dislike that everything in Dragon Ball is canon. To be fair, Toyotaro came out and even Toriyama came out and is like, yeah, everything's canon, just different timelines, bro. To be honest, I like the different timeline-esque theory because I already kind of had that with GT anyway. It's just that GT's not canon, so it's not like the canon timeline, just branching timelines, And so, I was like, man, finally some people are like agreeing with me, like what we should do with Goten. So the thing with Goten, like I said, he's his own character, but by the time the manga ends, we don't get to see the glimpses of that character that we do see in, like, the end of Z. My thing is that can I be real with you? And this is gonna sound controversial. I want Dragon Ball to end, but not end the traditional way. I want it to end as in I want Goten I want Goten to take the mantle. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm saying is that with recently, because if you guys know, Toriyama passed away at the top of last year. And so the issue with that is the fact that obviously now it's like, well, Dragon Ball, I guess, is technically over. However, with how Toyotaro has taken the series as of late, I really think Dragon Ball doesn't have to be over. You know what I mean? I feel like if we do, because like Dragon Ball's already technically over, but with now Super and everything, and just the potential that the world of Dragon Ball has now, having been opened up with Daima and Super and everything, I really want them to pass the mantle of Goku's main character status. I want them to pass it on to Goten, because if you really think about it, like if we really, really want to think about it, Goku's story is over. It has a defined middle, it has a defined beginning, and years ago it already had a defined ending, and it was Goku going off to train. And then we have Dragon Ball Online, where we end up seeing that, Goten and Trunks take over, but we don't get to see that. You know what I mean? Goten is completely fresh character to work with. Exactly, he's a new generation. I don't know, Goten is just so uninteresting, I don't care about him. Yeah, but that's the thing though. When he was introduced, he was a nothing character. And now, with the end of Z, we get glimpses of what that character can be. And we don't get that because it's Goten. You know what I mean? It's the end of the series. All we need to know is that the future is in their hands now, with Goku going to train Oob. And the thing was, the reason why I'm saying that is because it has to do with what he said in the recent chapters. So, for those that don't know what's going on in Dragon Ball right now, Goku and Broly and Vegeta are training with Whis and Beerus on the planet, whereas Goten and Trunks have taken up superheroing, and we get, we get the origin of that. They're basically the new Great Saiyamen, because of Gohan masquerading as this guy called Clean God and saving the day and stuff. And the thing is one of the lines all just like stuck with me, because we end up seeing, Trunks, our Trunks, the new Trunks, and what he wants to be. He wants to be more like Vegeta. And that's really, that's really sweet. It shows that Vegeta cares about Trunks. He's not treating Trunks the same way he did when he first met Future Trunks. But the line that really stuck with me the most was Goten. Whereas Trunks was like, yeah, I want to be like my dad, and I want to go and I want to fight strong guys. Goten said, well, I'm not really, I want to be a superhero, but I don't really want that. I just want peace. But the thing is, though, is it struck a chord with me, because what is Goten's definition of peace? We know Goku's definition of peace. It's, being with his friends and family and always wanting to fight stronger opponents. We know kinda Gohan's definition of peace, which is being around his family, taking care of Videl and Pan and all that type of stuff, and, still kind of pleasing Goku and Chi-Chi because, firstborn son and all that type of stuff. But Goten has no character, and Goten doesn't really have anything. And so I think it would be really cool to explore the world of Dragon Ball through Goten's eyes, because they are now in peace. So what is Goten's definition of peace? What would he need to become a superhero and save the day from? That's my thing with Goten, and that's what I want to see more of, And I feel like that would be the perfect opportunity to really send off Goku and introduce Goten and this new cast of characters, the human characters that we see him go to school with, Trunks. It would allow Bra, Pan, and Marin to take up center stage, so that we can learn more about them as well. I really, really think there is a lot of potential there, because it is a new generation. Because they're really going out of their way to explore these new characters that we've already technically been knowing. Goten is completely fresh character to work with. He's a blank slate. But I have to go. Bye, Dennis. If anything, Goten can go on a universal journey, kind of like Goku did in DB. Exactly. Thing is, though, is unlike Goku, Goten is a teenager now, so we could actually see it from his world from a teenager perspective. It would be a good opportunity to expand the world building. Exactly. It's just I want to see it, I really think something like that has major potential, because it's just like, it's just interesting to me because, like I said, we know about Goku. We know something about Gohan. We know nothing about Goten when you really sit down and think about it. We get kind of glimpses of that in GT, but like, GT dropped him just like Goku fell off that cliff in Gohan's basket. Helio died, if I remember correctly. Could not handle Bort. I'm very interested in Pan Journey. She can really go Super Saiyan now. Exactly. This is why I'm saying, like, give them the potential to become their own characters. Like, we know Super Saiyan, like, girls exist. It's just that they didn't write them into the plot. And so long as they don't go down the GT route of her being annoying, we should be able to be good. As for... And the thing is also, can I be real with you? This is another tangent I really, really kind of don't get. I saw this YouTube short a couple of, like, weeks ago. Like, weeks ago. And the thing that bothered me was that they were like, guys, Vegeta's gonna become the next Super Saiyan god. And I'm like, no. Why would Vegeta become a Super Saiyan? Not Super Saiyan god. Why would Vegeta become a god of destruction? First off, he's not going to become a god of destruction. It's impossible for him to become a god of destruction. I don't understand why they want Vegeta to become a god of destruction. It's impossible for him to do that. And when I mean impossible, I mean for Vegeta. So the reason why people want Vegeta to become a god of destruction is because they want him to overcome Beerus and blah, 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 blah. And his pride, Saiyan pride, blah, 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 blah. The thing is, though, is that Vegeta cannot become a god of destruction from what we have seen of Super. And what we have seen of Z. And basically anything from Daima and beyond. Do you know why Vegeta cannot become a god of destruction? I want to genuinely ask you guys. Why do you think Vegeta can't become a god of destruction? Because it's a very simple answer. Whee! Whoa! Family. Bulma. You getting close. You getting close. Actually, you are actually really close. Bulma, yes. Family, yes. But it's one specific family member. It's just one answer. It's one answer. It's a very simple answer. So you're on the right track of family. Whee! Trunks? Yes. And Bulla. Bulla is the reason. It is a combination. It's mostly Bulla, but you can also rope in Trunks and Bulma too. Vegeta cares too much. He cares too much about his family now. If it was Arc 1 Vegeta, he would have taken that stuff in a heartbeat. But he can't become a god of destruction. He cares too much about Bulma. He cares too much about Trunks. And he cares too much about, his recently born daughter. Or obviously, in Super, it's like been a couple of years a little bit now. But he can't. And really, I don't think Vegeta will become a god of destruction. Because I think he will still train. Like, say the end of Z happens and Vegeta is left behind. He's still gonna train and probably still going to train with Beerus and all that. But, or Beerus will depart or whatever. But Vegeta is not suited to become a god of destruction because he's more suited to be more of a mentor, specifically to Trunks and Goten. I do not think he would suit any other role but that because Goku's gone now. Because of the end of Z. He went off to go train Oob and stuff like that. Whee! It just seems like the right role for him to play. You know what I mean? It's a natural slot for him to fill. Memory! Whee! Did I just hear glass sounds? Yes. See, listen. Paracha. Coolest design of the series. And the best voice actress. So good. So good voice actress. What is it? The thing is the fact that Vegeta just isn't suited to become a god of destruction because he cares too much. I don't see why it would be the case for him. Even though it would be like a cool like fan thing. To like see him overcome Beerus, it's just never going to happen. And that's clearly what like the series is trying to like show us. The whole point of a god is the whole point of a god of destruction is the fact that you can't fight them, you can't beat them. And the thing is Vegeta no longer wants to destroy either. So he can't. That being said, a mentor would be the right role for him. It would signify his change. It would signify that he's willing to teach and not just be his over-destructive self. Now, will he still be overly destructive? Yeah. He's still Vegeta. But it's not going to be like how it was in the past. It's not going to be competing. And the thing is, you could say, oh, well, maybe after his mentor role, he will, he'll want to become a god of destruction because Goten and Trunks will be fully trained. And that's not the case either. I don't think that would happen with Vegeta. In the sense that he would, after he's done training Goten and Gohan, that he would move on to wanting to become a god of destruction, because there's still something he cares about. Or it's not that he cares about. It's that, say after the training with Oob is done, who will Goku set his sights on when he's finally done? He's gonna go to Vegeta. And say he does train Goten and Trunks, and Trunks and them are at their full potential. Well, they're gonna have a couple of battles in between that. There's gonna be a couple of arcs for that. So that means Vegeta will have his own mentor arc on top of it, and he'll gain wisdom and strength on top of it. And then, at the end of it all, once Goku is done training Oob, who's he gonna turn to after he's done? He's gonna go find Vegeta. And he's the one who's gonna be challenging Vegeta, being like, hey, wanna like have like a last round or wanna fight? And Vegeta would totally accept, because he's grown past the need to want to be stronger than Goku, even though he still wants to battle with Goku. You know what I mean? Best person to become a god of destruction is Frieza. Yes. That brother does not care at all. Brother doesn't care at all. If he did not become Black Frieza, he would have. The thing is though, is I think Frieza would be capable of becoming a god of destruction, but he does not have the power, if that makes any sense, or the status of a god of destruction. He has the power to wipe out planets, if that makes any sense. But he would not have, like, say, the god key that allows them to destroy. He just does it naturally on his own without it. You know what I mean? Whee! We have a total of how many gems? I have no clue. But yeah, that's my Dragon Ball stuff. Really, I just think Dragon Ball's interesting because it's one of those franchises that has ended, but it's set up it's set up in a way where really anyone could pick it up, and if they really, really do this right, it could go on for a long time. Not really a long time. I think if, say, how should I put this? I would say Toyotaro is the best candidate to continue, since, again, end Goku's story, work with Goten, and, like, explore your perspective of Dragon Ball. And then, like, probably the next person after that, I don't think the next person would be good, but, hey, we got GT out of it. No! Oh well. Oh hey, I remember this. Is it? Definitely emulates experience of Journey to the West. Exactly, exactly. Oh, okay, never mind. This is a different formation. I thought it was the gold. Oh, thank you for resubscribing, Booba. Hey, dude, how you doing? We're talking Dragon Ball. I just think there's just so much potential with like Goten. There's just so much potential you could do with Goten and Trunks and all of them. Now that there's just a new perspective involved, I think it's just everyone's time to retire, because technically Dragon Ball has already retired. We already know what the end of Dragon Ball is. It doesn't matter how many fights you like insert in, insert out, whatever. Why are you 3D? Oh yeah, that's right. You weren't here yesterday. Yesterday was a 3D debut stream. We have a Chibi now. We also have a 3D me. And you are now called the Quabbits. You guys are now called the Quabbits. And two things. What? Memory! Ooh, Morg. Jade. Oh, this was when Foss was an idiot and walked into the ocean. Did we find footprints? I need a Yamcha redemption arc. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Out of everyone, that's never going to happen. We're going to get a Krillin redemption arc before we get a Yamcha redemption arc. And if you're saying what redemption arc for Krillin, you actually succeeded in what I'm talking about. If anything, I think it would be really interesting to see what Marin does, because she doesn't really do anything other than be cute. She's like worse than Goten, because at least Goten in the manga and anime, he served a purpose. Whereas Marin is just there to represent that 18 does indeed have a vagina. It already happened because he's a star baseball player and has tons of money now. This is true. There we go. Also, I need more TFS content. Brother, we've been saying the boobits should have gone on for a lot longer for a long time now. I know who those gems are. I know who they are, but I do not have memory of what they do. Actually, no, I do have memory of what they do. I'm remembering the memes in the subreddit. What is this? This is the Land of the Lustrous Fan Game, and we're collecting memories and gems. I forgot to look up on the thing that we can do more of. I know we can do more. I just like running around the world a lot. And we're mostly just chatting and stuff like that. Basically, of course Kendra was a Redditor. I'm not a Redditor, I just have a Reddit account. I chat there sometimes. Can I be real with you? The Land of the Lustrous subreddit is hilarious. Whee! The day I become a Redditor, because I remember the first time I found out about some of the stuff you can do in Reddit, and I was like, oh cool, so you can get perks, right? And they were like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean no? So if I buy the gold stuff, what happens? Well, you just have gold status. And it doesn't give me like any extra perks, it just makes me look cool. And it was like, yeah. And I'm like, that's lame. Who would buy this? Shortly afterwards, I found out who would buy it, and it's basically power tripping mods. Whee! You, she's a Redditor. Somebody stole my Reddit account last year and I just saw the email last week. Post your internet history. Brother, the only thing you're gonna see from me in Reddit is anything in regards to the Gekidon Inu Curry subreddit, because I run that thing like a somewhat well-oiled machine. We're just collecting art pieces bit by bit at this point. Surprisingly, there are a lot of people who like Gekidon Inu Curry. They're basically the people who made the labyrinths in Madoka Magica. Okay, I gotta tell this story. So, because I run the Gekidon Inu Curry subreddit, there's gonna be some things I'm gonna be more perceptive about than, say, like the people who join the community. And one of them was the fact that I ended up finding out that someone touched the Wikipedia page. The Wikipedia page has been inactive for years. It had not been updated in years, and yet sometime during the beginning of this year, someone had went back and touched up on the Wikipedia completely. And it looks amazing. It has their most recent credits, older credits, and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. And then as I was looking through, I was like, I noticed a couple of things. Number one, they forgot a credit because Gekidon Inu Curry helped with Bump of Chicken's recent music video, Sleepwalking Orchestra. And if you recognize that name, that is one of the opening themes to Dungeon Meshi. And now, and the thing is that if you don't know, because again, I'm perceptive about this because I watch it all the time, the duo, because Gekidon Inu Curry is a duo of artists, both of them had split 3 years ago and have been doing their own thing with Doru Inu, the guy of the group, staying and doing more Madoka related things, while Nishiro Inu, the girl of the group, she still animates within the industry because she's a veteran from Gainax and Studio Trigger now, and she works uncredited, but we always see her pop up at least once a year because she usually participates in exhibitions. Now the thing was that I noticed that the guy who touched up the Wikipedia only focused on stuff about Studio Shaft, because, you know, that's where Doru Inu works. And so, as your unofficial Reddit mod who never asked, I went to the Wikipedia and tried to edit it myself. You know, to add all the credits and add all the extra things that everybody needed and stuff like that, because I want Shiro to like get her recognition too. And so I went and did that, and I did my best. I'm not really good at using Wikipedia. I made my account literally like 2 months ago. And I edited the Wikipedia the best I can to add all the credits. Now the thing is because I knew Wikipedia was susceptible to vandalism, I had kept up with the Wikipedia, just in case someone touched any of my edits. And one random Sunday, someone touched my edits. And not just they touched my edits, they had completely reversed all of them. They reversed every last one of them. And I was like, what are you talking about? You reversed all my edits. You didn't reverse one edit. You didn't reverse 2 edits. You didn't even fix any of the stuff I did. You erased my edits. And I was like, what are we doing? You could have just fixed it. And so I found the guy who edited it, because Wikipedia will tell you who edits after you. And I was like, hey dude, I said it in a nice way because I was like peeved that day by something else. And I was like, I don't want to take my anger out on this dude for like no reason. And I was like, hey dude, no offense, but like, why did you erase all my edits? And he was like, okay, you didn't do anything wrong, but how you sourced everything was pretty bad. And I was like, fair enough. You know what? You're fair. That was fair. Fair for fair. I think you still should have just fixed my edits instead of completely wiping them. But, to be fair, crap, I fell backwards. To be fair, it would have been a lot better if you just, like, I don't know, just fixed them. Just me. It's just me. A little bit. That's just my opinion on the matter. Kendra got bites the dust. No, unironically. Oh, these are gemstones I already have. Except diamond. Hardness, 10. Time to grow, 1,920 days. Diamonds sparkle brighter than any other gemstone and can only be scratched by other diamonds. Energy travels through the purity of clear diamonds. Discovered on day 3,579. All right. Nice. POV, your girlfriend talked for several runs on paragraphs in a row about something you've never heard of and you pretend to listen while thinking about quesadillas. Beautiful, am I right? Oh, memory. If you don't move, come on, I'm stuck in the tree. Ooh, yellow diamond memory. Huh?
What?
Over there? Huh?
What?
No.
What?
Oh, there you are. Memories. So far behind in anime. Oh, Dia memory.
What? What?
I knew I heard something. Memory. That's enough for me today. I'm not getting it. Hello, Yellow. Oh, her voice is way deeper than I thought. Memory? Memory, memory. Come on and just dash into the memory. Listen. I like women with deeper voices. I want to make so many jokes. I want to make so many jokes about Yellow Diamond. I'm not kidding. I want to make so many jokes about Yellow Diamond, but if I do, it's going to be spoilers. And if I say any of the spoilers, people are going to be like, what the heck, Kendra? You spoiled a 10-year-old series. Huh? Memory. Memory! Heliodor. Yeah, that sounds like Bort. That was definitely a Bort thing to do. Memory. We're just running into memories back to back, aren't we? I don't know Yellow Diamond, but what Crazy Diamond? So for those that also don't know, the author of Land of the Lustrous, she does illustrations for Pokemon. So what is it? She did Penny in Pokemon. Was it Sword and Shield? Not Sword and Shield. She did the design for Penny in Pokemon, the recent Pokemon game, not the Legends game coming out, the one where everybody grew giant by accident because the developers glitched it. Scarlet Violet, yes! Yes, she designed Penny for Scarlet and Violet. So her designs are really good. Out of all the designs. Now, I think it's weird. Can I be real with you? I'm not a fan of Penny and her two-tone hair design, but everything else about her is really, really good. And it was a dead giveaway that people were able to find out because of how the eyes are shaped in Land of the Lustrous and in the manga and everything. And Penny's eyes were a dead giveaway because, the eyes that Penny has is the same eyes that Yellow Diamond has and Lapis Lazuli has in the manga. Huh? Woo! And we pick you up, and we pick you up. Ooh, Sapphire, hardness 9, time to grow 960 days. A beautiful deep blue crystal that looks like it has been lifted from the deepest parts of the sea. Discovered on day 3,579. Alright, we already got that gem. One of these days we'll get you. We just collecting and running. Yeah. I like this game just because it's peaceful. You get me? You get me? But hold up real quick, everybody. We'll be right back. I am back. All right. Of course. I'm so changing the hotkeys on this. But it's definitely interesting. Man, I wonder what the Lunarians are doing right now. What can we do? I know what we can do is we can keep finding gems. But I know if we do something in the game, we can do more than that. Because I saw some people from the Discord doing more like carving gems. And I forgot I forgot how to do that. So that's why we've been running around collecting. Man, Rutile's gonna kill me for that. She's probably gonna be like, why did you do that? You shattered yourself. Should we? Are we supposed to do? What can we do? We just keep running around. We gotta do more. We obviously gotta do more. That isn't just standing in front of a pillar. Let's see. We'll head over to her stand, maybe. Let's see. Escape. Move. Shift. Build up speed. Control. Open and close encyclopedia. Ah, okay. Let's, open the encyclopedia. Left click, E to zoom. This game saves automatically. What else can we do? I know we can do more. Welcome back, Kendra Senpai. You see that right there? Cringe. We are dancing on Rutile's table. So done with this. Oh, this is just mean. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different area. Either way, one of these places Foss suffered in. So here's the books. I mean, we gathered enough. Is there any other thing? Ah, here it is. There we go. So we had this memory. We got all these memories. Pretty much the whole point of the game is to collect sunspot. Oh, these are the sunspots. Duh. So we've got these many memories. And we have, we collected actually a decent amount of gems. So there are, I forgot to mention, in the Land of the Lustrous, there are 28 gems at the start of the story. And we don't get to know all of them, but you will have your favorites, because why not? You have one of these. We have one diamond. What do you mean we have 3 red barrels? You just got 3 red barrels just lying around? But I know we have 2 heliodors. Heliodites. Why did I say that earlier? Heliodites. And we have 2 ghost knights. Alright. Memory?
What?
Is there a memory in the building? I hear the shimmering. Be right here. It's around here somewhere. Go up the stairs. It might be in a high place. You are right. All right then. Stairs it is. Now we just gotta find stairs. There we go. I would like to not fall. That would be pretty bad. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Stop getting trapped behind wall. No! Last thing I want is to miss because of some stairs. Ooh! Memory? And you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. No, but thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. And we're back in the water again. It was then that we kept going. We kept going because difficulty going. I wanted to start carving the gems, but I'll probably have to... Why am I repeating myself? I want to start carving the gems, but I don't know how to do that, so I'll research it afterwards so that we can probably, like, spend time just doing that. And then looking for gems, and then doing that over and over again. Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. Sorry, Derek. I missed your request to throw things at me due to the fact that I keep bonking myself. What is that? Oh, that's what I was smelling. I was smelling something hot, but it's just my PC. I've been working nearly all day. Wow. And I think our mission to end off the stream. We're not end. I would say, and we're flying. Memory? We flew into the general direction of a memory. That's funny. Oh, not memory. Neptunite. Hardness 6.5. Time to grow 198 days. An astonishingly dark gemstone. Discovered on day 3580. Oh! Okay, one of my favorite gems in the series is Padparacha. The gem to supersede them all is Karen Gorm. I love Karen Gorm. They are one of the best characters. The flying deer, unironically. Did you finish the manga? Yes. So when Land of the Lustrous was ending, that is when I picked up the manga. Because when I was thinking about picking it up, it went on a 2-year hiatus. For story reasons, actually. But it went on a 2-year hiatus. Not only because of story-related reasons, but because Ichikawa, the author, went on to help work for Pokemon and like design a couple of things over there. And then, let's just say, it was a wait. Did you spoil tag it in the Discord? Give me a TLDR. Just like you. You're right. I love Karen Gorm. What did you mean by spoil tag it in the Discord? I love Karen Gorm. Just the entirety of their character. There's just such a good character. I love their character so much because I think it's like unique to talk about characters like Karen Gorm. So spoilers for this section. So Karen Gorm's character is very interesting. If you saw earlier in the game, we collected what is called a ghost quartz. No, not a ghost quartz. Basically, there is a character that was Goshai, I'm thinking. Basically, there's a character in the show called not show, because the anime cuts off when the plot really actually starts kicking in. There's a character by the name of Ghost Quartz. Give TLDR of the story in Discord. I want you to spoil it. No, I shall not spoil it. You must know the experience. But I will spoil this part because I like Karen Gorm a lot. Basically, if you don't want to hear spoilers about Karen Gorm, I will. That's tough luck, skill issue. Basically, Karen Gorm is the second half of Ghost Quartz, whereas unlike the other gems, where they are all complete beings, Ghost Quartz and Karen Gorm are one being and two personalities, and the main one who was always in control was Ghost Quartz. The thing with Ghost Quartz is the fact that Ghost Quartz did not have a will of their own. And the thing is that because they did not have a will of their own, neither did Karen Gorm. And so that is their development throughout the entirety of the story. It's interesting in a kind of messed up way. And that's all I'll reveal about it, because then it goes into other spoilers that I don't want to talk about. But yeah. Whew. Alright, no gems born over here yet. Wow! What is it? After I watch the anime, can you spoil it? Yes. But only up to the anime. I recommend the manga. The one thing I really like about the series, though, can I be real with you? The amount of fan art, bros. The fan art is crazy. There is just one artist I follow who is just dedicated to just drawing lapis lazuli just forever. They have not stopped. They have not stopped at all. Every day, nearly every day, there's a new Lapis drawing. Lapis with her hair covering. Lapis with her hair in the wind. Lapis doing Lapis things. Lapis being Lapising. Lapis with leprosy. But I'm joking, but obviously you get what I mean. But, man, the fan art for this anime is beautiful, and I always try and retweet it the best I can because it is so unique. And I just really love it. And I highly recommend you, because like originally this anime was supposed to be in 2D, and then eventually it got converted into 3D, which was for the better because of just how it works in 3D. I want to collect you. I want to find her cave. And that will probably be where we ended off. For those that don't know, we have not encountered any cinnabar. I want to believe her cave is over here. We're probably gonna go around. There we go. Not up here either. Okay. Let's run over here. Oh, we didn't have to do all that. But it is a very fun series. It's a very interesting series. I think it also helps the fact that Ichikawa, again, the author, she's, how should I put this? There's authors out there that it's like they're clever and they're like really good at what they do. Ichikawa's smart. She makes really smart decisions in her story where even if you, because like obviously for some people they try to do the Oda effect, right? Like Oda always knew, Oda always did this, and it's like no, he just realized, oh cool, that's a thing I can do. And Ichikawa is kind of the same because she makes really smart decisions in her story that it's just like, man, it's like, man, you could have, man, I can't believe you did that. You're so smart for thinking of that. Like a good example, the finale of the series is tied to a real world event. It's tied to a real world event that happened the same day the manga ended. And everybody was like, whoa, that's so cool. You know what I mean? And I was like, dang. She was smart for that. And someone tried to be like, well, why didn't she do it this way? There's no way she could have thought of that because it's specifically this specific color and the ending of the series was specific to this. Therefore, she's a lot smarter than we give her credit for. All right, we're back in the hill again. I'm trying to find the cave, but it looks like we just gonna have to, oh, hold up. Cave? Not cave. Can you spoil anime 10 hours for relaxation and ASMR? Can you spoil an anime I've watched but you haven't? What is it? An anime I've watched? What is it? An anime you've watched that I have not watched? Huh? Memory? Oh, memory? Memory! Ooh, the other gen's on patrol. An anime? I know, because I never finished Death Note. I know Death Note. I like saw the first 13 episodes of Death Note. L dies. Light dies. Nier didn't. What is it? No, I watched that recently, even though I knew nothing. Even though I didn't watch it originally, I watched it recently. I watched what is it? Kaiba. I finished Kaiba at the top of this year. Man, that is such a good series. Can I be real with you? I really wish one day Kaiba would come back. I've seen Death Note. Thanks for spoiling it. Have any of you ever watched Kaiba before? I think it's a really good series. It's a unique series. It's a very unique series that I wish we got more of. But at the same time, I'm happy that it's unique, because if there were more of it, then it wouldn't be unique. It's like a stylistic combination of... Imagine Astro Boy with a slimy aesthetic instead of the sleek futuristic one, you know? Maybe not slimy, but maybe like slimy and smarmy would be a better depiction of how to describe the world of Kaiba. So really good. So good. Now that I think about it, would they hide that? Cyberpunk? I would say it is cyberpunk, but not your typical cyberpunk. Because there are a lot of cyberpunk elements to it, but it's done in such a way that it feels archaic. You know what I mean? It's a really good series. It's really good. And obviously... I hear something. Oh! Emerald? And... Chrysobarrel? Chrysler barrel? Hardness 8.5, time to grow 672 days. A waxy light yellow crystal. It bears a strong, similar color to butterfly wings. Yes, that's almost what I forgot. So even though there is no life, yeah, obviously, as you can tell, there's no life here. There are specific living creatures here, which are butterflies. Yeah, there's butterflies, and butterflies are frequently seen throughout Land of the Lustrous. Plant life and butterflies are pretty much the biggest, thematic stuff you will see in Land of the Lustrous. What's this? I don't think I've ever come over here. Cyberpunk or desert punk? It's kind of interesting to... how do I even describe the world of Kaiba? Because I say it like, what is it? I meant what I said when I described the world as cyberpunk but archaic. It's a very specific type of atmosphere where you can tell it is advanced, but it is a type of... It's not your regular type of dystopian advance. It's like... if the dystopia was turned into a ghetto, that is how I could describe Kaiba. And that sounds so weird and so like, Kendra, what the heck? But like, I mean it. It's basically as if the cyberpunk was turned into the ghetto. And there's really some like good set pieces and like world building from that. Not just the pristine, usual type of cyberpunk. It's like, it's not blocky, it's blobby, there's shapes, it's just, in a way, a very specific way, where you're like, that's a weird way you did that, but it's an interesting way to depict it instead of the usual. Oh, memory? Oh, is this what I think it is? It's the Amarabilis! It's the Amaryllis, man. All right, I'm spoiling this. I'm just gonna have to spoil this. The Amaryllis are like so useless. Feels lived in. Yes, like several centuries went by, and not just the usual like pristine versions of it, right? Where it's like, oh, this is clearly like it's been here for a while, but it's like kept up with and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Like, not recently, what is it? You know how, like, basically, you know Cyberpunk? You know, the anime? Where it's clear that this has always been like this, but it doesn't. But, like, it still feels new. Like, maybe, maybe 50 years went by. Kaiba is more of, like, what if 2,000 years went by and everything was more than what it was because of, you know, all that. Does that mean we found the cave? Where? Oh, there we go. There's the, shell. The Amaryllis. I will spoil that thing for the Amaryllis. Man, were they a useless race. That sounds so bad, but I'm not lying. They served barely a purpose, yet their designs are so cool, yet I know exactly why their designs are so cool and they serve no purpose. Because they are complicated in design. Ooh, gemstones! Gold! Here's the island! Hardness, 2.5. Time to grow, 72 days. Heap of gold litter, the chord. Oh, the chord, sure. It's soft and ductile, so it can be wrought. So it can be wrought to grab things far away. However, the metal is very heavy. Discovered on day 3,581. Okay, basically what they're saying is the gold is malleable and too heavy. Yeah, it basically, gold is a conductor and it can blend with anything and turn into anything. But because it's so heavy, it's hard to even use. What's this? Huh? Okay, so it's just all gold? It's all gold? Okay, this is gold, that's gold. What's this? This should be platinum. All right, hardness 4.0. Time to grow, 72 days. This glinting metal catches your eye from afar. It's soft and ductile, so it can be wrought to grab things far away. However, the metal is very heavy. All right. So this is the island where you can get the stuff. Trim. Huh? I hear things. They did not. If they did. They did not. They did not. They better not. I would have been so mad if they did that. What's this? Oh, alright. We already have that. And we already have that. I thought they were gonna play a memory, and I was gonna be like, first off, you little frick. Huh? What's this? Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. Basically, it's not, it's like, it's a very, Kaiba has a very specific type of world building to it that feels lived in a way that is dystopian, but not your typical cyberpunk dystopia. And that's what makes it so sad, because it did not have to be that way. But no matter what everybody tried, it still ended up that way. You know what I mean? And there are people who just don't want it to change from that way, which is why the theme of Kaiba hits a lot harder, because even though everybody's allowing it to be this way, even though people are after their own goals, there are smaller stories that you see in the world of Kaiba that give people hope every day, despite the fact that they probably really can't change what the world of Kaiba is. And that's what's really good about the series. I just like the series because it really tackled the themes of it pretty well. Is it perfect? Nah, because the finale is rushed. The finale is rushed, but it's one of those like smaller series. One thing you're gonna find out about me is that I don't get into the mainstream type stories all the time. Not because I'm an elitist who's like, hey yo, smaller stories are not are on a peak above the mainstream stuff. It's just that that's what I've always commonly drifted towards, and it's one of the reasons why I have my appreciation of anime like I do. Because if I did not drift to those smaller stories, we would not be playing a Land of the Lustrous game.
What?
You know, stuff kind of like that. Memory? Emerald Moon. I almost thought it was gonna be a scene, the moon scene, but then I remember the anime didn't get that far. But we didn't find the cave, but we did find the that island where we found all that gold and platinum. That is where all the gems are born. And gold usually shows up over there, gold and platinum, but they don't really turn into gems because they are so heavy. Usually only bodies are of deformed gems who were never able to fully form show up there. So yeah, what is it I was saying? The thing you're gonna find out about me is I like the smaller series because you appreciate them more when they're small. You know what I mean? It's not like, I've seen like 50 million trillion anime. It's, this series was so beautiful and impactful to me. And your fandom is so small that it's like, you're happy that things are just the way they are for this anime. And kind of, yeah, untainted by the normie. I would say, can I be real with you? Kind of, yeah. I'm gonna have to say it. Listen, I make fun of normies too, but listen. Finding the smaller series really will, like, put into perspective of, like, normie versus, like, fan. Because when you find that small series, you're not just gonna stick with finding one small series. You're gonna go into, like, tunnel vision mode, and it's like, I want to find more small series. Like, when I was younger, I would find as many unknown, obscure series as possible. I one time, while searching for Dragon Ball, I ended up finding one of my all-time favorite popular series called All-Purpose Cultural Cat Girl Nuku Nuku. And I found the TV series, but then I ended up finding the OVA series because I looked hard enough and I really wanted to know what this series was. Keep in mind, this was before Google search images. So I had to pretty much scour YouTube and keep clicking on as many recommended videos as possible until I found something in English, because I did not know Japanese. And then when I finally found it, I was able to Google search it, and I was so happy to find a series and just enjoy it. And right now, Nuku Nuku is just one of my all-time favorite anime. I even own the original manga in Japanese, and I own all the art books and anything related to it, because Nuku Nuku is just one of my favorite characters. As I've always stated before, she is my otaku dream girl. And we'll talk about that term in depth one day. But basically, it's kind of like that. And obviously, one of my favorite characters of all time, outside of Nuku Nuku, that I've told you guys about, who's not even from an anime. It's from the sequel song, Me Me Me, Dayako Girl. I love Dayako Girl because of just how she is designed and how she is depicted. Unlike Me Me Me, Dayako Girl never got off the ground or became as popular as Me Me Me. Because unlike Me Me Me, Dayako Girl tackles kind of harder themes. And unlike Me, where it had the worldwide popularity that it did to the point where people still try to pursue and recreate certain aspects of it to this day, no one really talks about Dayako Girl anymore because nobody just does. There were videos about it back in the day, but due to YouTube cracking down on Me and Dayako Girl, it just kind of exists now in a sequel type zeitgeist to it, you know? And those who know about it, and those who don't know about it, they just don't. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I want to keep drawing more Dayako Girl, because I want more people to know about her, just for the sheer fact that I like this character. Kind of like that one artist who used to draw Horimiya like every day. You know what I mean? Not Horimiya, Hyoka. You know that one artist who like draws Hyoka every day that recently ran off Twitter because people got annoyed that they keep drawing Hyoka art. I want to get that annoying about my character. You know what I mean? I would like to have a piece of work I like to that extent. I don't really have favorite things, more like list of things I like, or not something that I would be able to just say, this is my favorite thing, anime, song, it resonates with me. The thing was, though, is when I first found Dayako Girl, I connected with it, but I didn't really connect with it as a kid. Because I was a kid. I liked the music, I liked Dayako, and I liked the character, but it wasn't really it was impactful, but it was not impactful to me. But it wasn't until I got older and a couple of years passed and I actually remembered the song and I went back to the animation and I analyzed it with a newfound perspective in life. That was when I fully came to appreciate Nuku Nuku. That's when I fully came to appreciate Dayako. It took time. And even now, I have a hard time wanting to draw Dayako every single time because I don't think I'm up to par with my art skills on that. It's hard to do stuff like that, and you don't have to draw something every day for these characters. You don't have to draw something every day for what you like. You just gotta show your love your way. Because I'm not gonna be the Hyoka artist who draws Hyoka every day. But I will be the Dayako girl who draws Dayako whenever she can. You know? Ooh, flowers. Oh, I think that's the stuff used to create the powder for the gems. Insects are alive indeed. But you know what I mean. Basically, you're not going to be the artist who draws that thing that you love every day. But be the artist who draws that thing whenever you can. It's just something you like. Like how I want to draw more Dayako, but I don't want to just draw more Dayako. I want to draw Dayako how I see her. I want to draw her in the way that makes me happy, that expands on her outside of just that one music video. Because there's so much potential in that, you know? The body shapes are throwing me off. You know, there's actually a lore reason for that. There's a lore reason for that, bro. Ooh, Lunarians! Was it? Do you think there is a way to get a favorite thing? Like the one thing that when they ask you about a specific category of things, you insta think about it. I'd say it's kind of interesting because when it comes to your favorite thing that you think about, I don't think about Dayako every day. To use Dayako as an example, I don't think about Dayako every day. I think every once in a while, because I don't listen to the music video every day. I don't look at the character every day. But sometimes I'll be like, I want to draw Dayako. What about that one idea about Dayako that I want to draw and just keep going? When I run the Gekidan Inu Curry subreddit, another thing I've always been interested in, I don't think about Gekidan Inu Curry every day. I think, what are they doing today that I want to see them evolve from? What is Nishiro Inu doing right now? What exhibition is she a part of right now? What is Doru Inu doing with Maruka and stuff? Ooh, Benny, that was the one. Benito Night. Benito Night. Benito Night. Hardness 6.5. Time to grow 144 days. The moderate blue shade of this gemstone is relaxing. Discovered on day 3582. And I'm guessing this one's new or this one's Morgue. Yes, Morganite. Hardness 7.5. Time to grow 192 days. A light pink mineral that bears a subtle orange hue. Its color would be nice on the flowers around here. Discovered on day 3582. And I'm guessing you're a gem that's not ready yet. Does it change based on your mood? Is it stable or why? I say it just depends. Because sometimes, what is it? A good example. I will draw a creature. No. I think a good example would be how I draw. Let's see. Ooh, the melon one. The watermelon gem. The watermelon gem indeed. What is it? When it comes to drawing characters, look up Ken, what? But what I mean is that they're so thin and fragile. Well, it is Land of the Lustrous, and they are in fact gemstones. You're missing parts. Up the chat. Dang. Don't you mean up the quabbits? Basically, a good example. So let me use Gekidan Inu Curry and use Dayako as an example. I don't draw Gekidan and I don't draw Dayako every day. I should do that so that I can actually practice and get and improve faster at drawing by just drawing something once a day. But I don't draw them every single day. But I will just one day be like, I have an idea and I want to execute that idea. Will that idea be at my skill level? Probably not, but I still want to at least try. Like a good example, my next major illustration that I will draw will be Gekidan Inu Curry related, because I had an idea immediately after finishing the last one, the birthday cake one from last year. I immediately was like, I want to draw that one, and I wanted to focus on this specific character. I already have 2 or 3 ideas right now for Dayako, because I want to tell a story with her character and the new girl from the concept art. I feel like there's something there. It all depends on if you want to go for it. Because I can draw the Dayako stuff right now, but I don't want to draw the Dayako stuff right now. I want to draw the Gekidan Inu Curry stuff right now. You know, once I finish this week. But you know what I mean, you know? I want to draw Gekidan Inu Curry. I want to draw Dayako. I want to draw these characters and draw the concept and ideas I want to see. But it's not always going to be immediately. Because maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm busy. Maybe I just don't feel like it. Or maybe I'm scared of my skill level. When I don't have to be. It's all a matter of when, I guess. Just do it. So that you can practice. And I think the best way to practice is to do an art study. Just do an art study. I've done several art studies. Most of my illustrations are art studies or ideas that I want to see into fruition. Like, every time I draw Gekidan, when I, like, what is it? My first year of YouTube, and just streaming on Twitch was an art study. was just a bunch of art studies, because I would draw literally from the time I got up to the time I fell asleep. And that was bad. I wouldn't eat unless I ended up just binging a bunch of food, which was bad for me. But basically, that's what I did in my first couple of years when I started streaming. I just did art studies. And I studied the Gekidan Inukuri style just every day for like 6 months. Analyzing the colors, picking colors I liked, making sure the character's head was a specific way. And then, because it wasn't the first time, like I said, it's not the first time I drew Gekidan Inukuri. It wasn't the first time I drew Little Girl or OG. That was my second time when I did it on stream. And I even still have those clips up right now on Twitch. It wasn't until years later when I did the Gekidan Inukuri birthday cake. I made that idea for the birthday cake artwork. That idea is over 2 years old. Was 2 years old when I made that idea, because it was originally for the subreddit. And I just put it off. I shouldn't have, but I did. Gosh, you're cringe. So are you. But I did. I put it off for 2 years because... Not even because I was scared of my skill level, it's just I didn't think I had time. But you always have time when you draw, you just gotta put the time in. And I ended up finishing that illustration after doing a study right after I had done my study. After I finished that illustration, I ended up finishing the, After I finished the art study, I took a break for 2 years drawing Gekidan Inukuri, and then, I took a break for 2 years, and then I went back and then remade the characters in an illustration that I saw fit. And they looked as if I had only, it looked as if I drew them dozens and dozens of times. I didn't draw them dozens of times. I drew them only 3 times. But that was also because I actually studied the art style and I had the character sheets and everything on hand to make sure they were as on model as possible. Life is hard for a perfectionist. But I think this is a good place. I think this is a good place to leave off of. We've been running, we've been gem hunting, we've been jumping. How many? We've gotten tons of memories. Memories remaining at 39. Oh my gosh. Oh, not sunspots. Okay, so there's some memories in the day, a couple of memories at night, and a couple of them near the afternoon. Okay. Quick distractor. Don't worry, I'll be chatting for another, couple of minutes. Alright, hold up. Oh wait, crap, I can't do that. Alright, heading back to 1.5 room. Heading back to the 1.5 room. That'll be it for the day. Let me fix myself. One of these days I'm gonna find... There we go. I think that's perfect. Come on, where are you? Who are you? There it is. There we go. Yeah, we're on the right track. You heard there's another volume of RWBY coming out. I'm surprised that they're still able to keep up with RWBY because I thought they were dead. Yeah, no, I thought they were dead. I thought RWBY was dead. I'm sorry. After that last episode with the with the jump cuts from last time I thought they were dead. The budget was in the water. But hey, listen, miracles can happen. Miracles indeed happened that day. I don't know why I'm just yawning today. But that's just how it be. That's just how it be. I was into RWBY for like 2 seasons, but then I got lost. I was gonna get into RWBY. I tried getting into RWBY. I'm not okay. Can I tell you a funny story? So when I was younger, I had heard of RWBY for like a couple years at that point. And the night I was gonna get into RWBY, I had watched halfway of the episode 1. And then my mom called me and she's like, "Give me your phone." I had gotten in trouble for like a completely different thing. The same day I had finally tried to watch RWBY. And after that, after I already got my phone, I got my phone back like weeks later. I just forgot. And I never got into it. I never got into it. Kendra, smile. I can't. I tried calibrating it. Couldn't smile. I have to tell bro about this. I seen it in my Google highlights. Man. Google be highlighting. But that'll be for today. What? Anything else you guys want to talk about? We got some time. We got some topics. We got some time topics. We got some time topics. I'm like, what do you think about the OP? The OP of what? RWBY? I kind of think the movie's okay. The movie. I think the music in RWBY is okay. Hoseki no Kuni, I mean. Oh yeah, no, I've been listening to that. I've been listening to that since the anime came out. I haven't even watched the anime. Yeah, I haven't watched the anime like at all, but I've been obsessed with the opening for years. Explain the birds and the bees. Well, the birds ate the bees, and when the birds eat bees, the bees sting the bird's tongue, and that's how babies are born, from the swelling of the tongue. That sounded way more lewd than I thought. What the heck was that? That sounds way more lewd than I actually put it out there. I never understood that thing. Like, no, for real. Can I be real with you? I'm gonna look into it later. I never understood the message of the birds and the bees. Because when I really thought about it, I'm like, birds and bees. How does that relate to sex? When they explain sex to me, when they explain sex to me, they just said it. Yeah, that's what I think. The funny thing was, my mom didn't have to tell me what sex was. What is it? She didn't have to tell me about sex, and she didn't have to tell me about babies either. I kind of picked it up on my own because when I was younger, we used to watch Law and Order all the time, and even though they didn't show any of the stuff on TV, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. What is sex? Your mom. Now, the thing she did have to explain to me, though, was where babies came from. Not the usual way. Not the usual way, because I already picked up, oh, babies come out of the mom. But the thing was, though, I'm not even kidding. The day before she fully explained it to me, I'm like, what is it? I'm like, babies come from mom's, from mom. And then I was like, okay, so they come out of the butt. That makes sense. Poop comes out of the butt, and poop is painful already. Why would they come out of the vajayjay? That's the tiniest hole of the body. That's so stupid. Why would a baby come out of there? And then my mom was like, yeah, no, they come out of there. And I'm like, but why though? Would the butt make any sense? Would the butt make sense though? That's where poop come from. And sometimes poop is already painful enough to pass. That's where like solid objects come from that feel like babies sometimes. I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. And she looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, what do you mean? What are you looking at me crazy for? That makes sense. You're amazing, Kendra. Stay awesome. Screw you. Listen. It makes sense to me. It made sense to me. It made sense to me as a kid. Cause like, what is it? There used to be like this marathon on TV where it was like show like women who like had one night stands who became moms. Yes, that was a real it was a real like a movie back-to-back thing that happened on TV at one point, and that's how I was able to pick up that's how babies were born. Again, I was so shocked when I was like, oh, so it's the wrong hole. Chair clipped. How do you make friends when you are past 20? You are asking the wrong person. I haven't been able to make friends since I was 5, bro. If I wasn't able to figure it out at 5, I'm definitely not going to be able to tell you at 20. Specifically when you are not interested in things they are. Find people who are interested in what you like. That's how you get a good friendship. You're my friend, Mirai. Bad question he asked, the weeb. Brother, the worst part is that I wasn't a weeb as a kid. People just didn't want to be friends with me. Anime was my coping mechanism because I knew I didn't have any friends. Funnily enough, anime is what actually helped me gain a friend group. And then we moved to like the following year. Unfortunately, I was not ostracized because of my love of anime. I was ostracized, and my love of anime is what got me friends and made me more social, which is ironic because I actually was social before that. And then circumstances led me to be unsocial, and then my only connection to the outside world was via anime. It's an unfortunate set of circumstances. I'm an oddball in my own country. Some people ask me if I'm from here. Too American. You're too American. You're too American, Mirai. You're too American. They say I don't sound like a person from here. That is true, but not that rare. Why they make it weird? Well, it's like people who sound British, but they've been watching American TV and they end up picking up the Americanisms. People avoid me because I'm a tall African-American gentleman who's buff. You see that right there? Skill issue. Just take what the American TV shows are doing right now and twinkifying black males. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not taking that back. It's just something I've noticed. Yes, I forgot freaking words in Spanish. How do you forget word in your mother tongue? Listening to words outside of your mother tongue? I know that's one thing people always say. Every time they start picking up languages, they end up forgetting the words of their actual native language in the original, like, mother tongue. And then you're like, that thing in different language. And I'm like, and they're like, you mean the paper towels? Yes! I am. Looks like, guys, I have reached my breaking point. I don't know why I'm yawning. I took like a semi-nap earlier. I took a power nap earlier several times. And I'm yawning like crazy. They think if a black guy is gay, he's less threatening. I ain't saying anything. I ain't saying anything. I ain't saying everything. My sister looks at me weird because of that. Or when my mom says X thing and I'm like, what? I know that's one thing I know I'm gonna absolutely encounter once I start learning Japanese, and that's like the one thing I'm just like, man, I'm gonna sound dumb in 2 languages now. But I think that'll be it for today. Thank you all for coming to stream. We will not be streaming on Thursday because I have to prepare for Friday. I will say this once again for people who do not know what is going on in the Discord. There has been things that have been happening and I'm going to have to address them on Friday, unfortunately. So if you do not want a somewhat serious stream, you do not have to come to Friday's stream. It's going to kind of be serious, but kind of mixed with tier list vibes. And then after that, we'll be done. And we'll get back to normal, because that's exactly what I want to do after this. I'm sick of this situation. I'm gonna have to address it like it is. So hopefully you put up with Friday, and then the following Monday, we'll be having fun again, and we'll be drawing and doing Sonic and all that type of stuff. So if I don't see you Friday, I will see you Monday. And if you do show up Friday, I'll say the rules in Discord, and I'll say them before stream as well. Basically, if people come and try and quote-unquote attack, do not engage. Do not engage, report them. That's it. This is what we're dealing with, something really stupid is basically what I'm saying. So, I shall see you all on Friday if you come to that stream, and if you don't, I shall see you all on Monday. Alright? Alright. I will try, but I'm not really that good with situations in those. I'll just ban. Exactly, Kuma. I will give you instructions later as well. So, that being said, also, because we will be dealing with Friday, if you are a member, we will have a membership stream on Thursday to go over what I will be talking about on Friday. If, again, it's serious, but it basically, if you don't care about that type of stuff, you don't have to come to that, obviously, if you are a member, but there will be a membership stream going over everything so that we can piece it together. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yumi, yes. Or time out for a week. No, we're dealing with banning type situation. We're dealing with banning type situation. These people are weird, bro. These people are weird. So, I shall see you all on Friday. And if I don't see you on Friday, I shall see you on Monday. Alright? So, let us see who we shall raid on this fine colored day. Streaming. Lumi is streaming on YouTube. Ban? Oh, things are going down. Yeah, like I said, if you are in the Discord, you know what's going on. If you are not in the Discord and you just don't want to hear it, you don't have to be Friday, but I have to address it. I have to address it, or else this situation is going to be very stupid in the future, moving forward. And the last thing I want is to keep doing this. Yeah, Coefficient. So Coefficient is streaming Elden Ring Night Rain, and Lumi is streaming Lumi is streaming Smite 2. So let us raid coefficient, and we shall be hopping on over and tuning out for the day. What is it? Shindig to live to. Dug Dug to. Oh. That's how it be, guys. That's just how it be. So, like I said, I shall see you all Friday or Monday. Have a nice day. Kendrillian out.